In this video, you are going to learn everything about content writing, how to start it, where to find the resources, how you can scale up, what kind of clients you have, what kind of niche you do, and n number of other things. So this might be long, but you need to hear it out because this is the only video you need to watch about content writing. And after that, it's all about your execution and how you can scale up your business. This is the only resource you need. So pay proper attention, take out a pen and your notebook, make notes wherever required, and just implement whatever I'm saying. Before I tell you the ways to make 1 lakh per month as a writer, let me first tell you why you should listen to me and why this is the only video you will ever need to watch for content writing. I am Vaibhav. I have been working as a content writer since 2018. So I have created literally every kind of content. I have worked with 38 plus multi-million dollar businesses. I have generated over half a million in cumulative revenue. I have testimonials and recommendations from big profiles in the Web3 industry, and my clients, they are already millionaires and they are vouching up for my work. I have testimonials from founders, vice presidents, COOs, CEOs, managers, and whatnot. All right, so that was a little bit about me. Now, coming on to the point, how you can make 1 lakh per month as a content writer in 2024. Number one thing, if you want to become a content writer in 2024, you need to make AI your friend. That's number one thing. That's a disclaimer. If you cannot adapt with AI, content writing field is not for you. Yeah, so past the disclaimer. Now let us talk about some real stuff. 1 lakh per month as a content writer as a beginner is not possible. A real figure would be 20,000 to 30,000. After you have spent 2 to 3 months in the industry, you can easily go up to lakh, 2 lakh, or 2.5 lakh. But initially, the real approach would be that you can take 20,000 or 25,000 per month as a good starting point. I will not try to keep it philosophical or historical. Content writing simply means that you are writing pieces for businesses and the business is posting it out from their website and your content is making them money. Content writers are responsible for mainly two things. Number one is you educate the audience, and number two is you build the credibility of the brand. Remember this thing, no one is paying you just to write pieces. They are paying you because if they are paying you 20,000, you are making them 40,000 at the bare minimum. No one pays you money until unless they are getting benefited from the work that you are doing. Understand this thing. Content writing is not control C, control V. If you want to do that, then simply fuck off. It is not for you. Okay? People mix content writing and copywriting. I'll make this thing very clear. In content writing, you educate the readers. Okay, you just provide information. The things that I am doing right now, I'm telling you something that's benefiting you. You are hearing me out. So if I write it down in a newsletter or a blog, that is content writing. Copywriting is when you want the user to purchase something. All right. Content is educating, copy is making the user buy certain thing from the brand or from you. That is the very simple difference between content and copy. So do not confuse the two. We are talking about content writing. Now talking about what are the different kind of niches you can start as a content writer. The list goes in hundreds, literally hundreds. There are lots of fields, and everywhere you need a writer to educate the audience. You can become a medical writer who talks about health and all that stuff. You can become a wellness writer. You can become a mental well being writer. You can write about technologies. You can write about gadgets, you can write about press releases, you can write about medications, you can write about travel, you can write about tourism, you can write about beauty products, cosmetics, literally automobile industry and all the other stuff, even blanket businesses, mattress businesses, curtains, everything that is around you, you can create content around it. Even for construction companies you can create content. Yes, the companies that sell bricks and mortars and all that stuff. Now the thing is, you need to figure out, and that's the most burning question, which field you should start as a content writer. The answer is, you choose a field that interests you the most. Initially you start with the thing that you like. When you learn about the ins and outs of the industry, when you are well versed with it, you learn how you have to create content, everything is all set, then you can hop onto another niche where the money is good. Like, I started off with travel and tourism because I liked that thing. So I spent around 1 year catering to travel and tourism clients and also other clients from other industries, right? But after 2 years, I completely stopped travel and tourism writing. Now I do not do that. Now I cater only to Web3, crypto, and blockchain businesses. So that is the thing. Initially, start off with something you like and you want to educate the readers about. Because this platform, this generation we are in, and the upcoming generation, your content is going to stay. Content writing is not going anywhere. Even after AI, like, I have a whole separate video for it. Like, AI is not going to take content writing jobs. You can watch that as well. Coming on to what after you decide ki I want to do this. So for example, just like me, you figured out that you love this niche the most. So think this, you sit down, you write 5 to 10 niches you are most interested in. For example, you are interested in sports and cars. That's the most usual example. If you are a girl, then maybe you can take some other examples, but for boys I know it's either cricket, football, or is it about sports car. So you sat down and these are the two niches you could figure out. And for example, you are a girl, you like traveling more, so you take travel example and you take beauty products example because you guys use it, you are very well versed in it. Apart from being a consumer, you are also aware about it, right? Now what you have to do is, you have to write your own pieces. Initially, no one is just going to come out of the blue and hire you. The best way to start your content writing journey is by interning under someone. Now, I am not taking any specific names or creators or brands. Whatever niche you are interested in, just work for free for at least 1 month to see what all is working out there. When I say free, people tend to get offended. But the thing is, you are not doing it for free. Free, like, you are not getting anything in monetary terms. I get it. But the kind of atmosphere you will be exposed to, the people over there, like, I call them the mammoths who have been in for a while and who are generating money from this stuff even long before you were even born. You get access to those people. This is something you cannot just trade with money. You need to get this thing in your head. Start as an intern. Go there, write your pieces. Initially, your first few pieces are going to suck. They are going to be real bad. I still have my first draft with me. I'll link it in the description. You can read it. So I'll link the first one and the recent one, and you will see the difference. The first one is so pathetic. Like, on Grammarly, it scored around 25 or 30. Now, even without using Grammarly, when I just write the doc and just see, just to cross verify on Grammarly, I see the average score is about 95. That is the thing that your experience gives you. So you select a niche, then you intern under somebody. Now it's time to go on your own. Now it's time that you start figuring out about your clients. You start making your own clientele. Now is the time that you start doing n number of other things. You start taking out your own clients, you go on client hunts and do all that stuff. Because whenever you want to become a freelance writer, right? And you want businesses to hire you, take your services and pay you. But businesses needs writers, and they need experienced or a writer who has a good portfolio. These are the two basic criteria. So you have to fill either one. If you are experienced or you have a portfolio. So if you are experienced, you already have a portfolio. If you are a beginner, you have only one option: build your portfolio. But how do I build my portfolio, Vaibhav? How does that thing happens? Initially, you will not get any client. That we all know. So what you do is these topics, the niches you selected, you seek existing articles about it. You just do a Google search and read all the articles that are there on a particular topic. Now, if Aston Martin has launched a new car, so you read the specs of the new car, you read all the content that's around that car, and then you create your own content. Same thing is about any other travel or tourism industry. Like recently, our Prime Minister visited Dwarkadish, if I'm not wrong, and he saw the submerged city, and then it was done so that the tourism of that area gets popularity, and you know the economy gets a boost. So now you read all the articles that are around that topic, then you create your own and publish it either on your LinkedIn newsletter or on your Medium profile or anywhere else. But you have to do this thing. Initially, you will have to create your own content from by reading other contents and making it your own piece, and then present it as yours to the client. Because when you are hiring a writer, there are a lot of things that goes in the back end. You have to see their experience, their knowledge, the way they write, the tonality they have, the turnaround time they have, all these things. Now, turnaround time is basically if a client has asked you to write a piece, 1,000 word blog. So, how long is it going to take you? So, if you say 2 days, so your turnaround time is 2 days. Turnaround time is simply your delivery time, in what time you do. So if you ordered a product from Amazon, it says that it will reach you in the next 48 hours. So their turnaround time is 48 hours in simple terms, for example purposes. All right. Once you are done with it, then you pitch to businesses. Now that's a whole different league. There are a lot of videos on the channel about it, so I'll not go into details over there. And that is exactly how you start. Initially, you can try to keep your rates lower. Do not chase the money, chase the clients, chase the experience, chase the real world practical implementation of your writing skills. Because what people think is that everybody can be a writer, but the hard fact is that not everyone can be a writer. Being a writer and being a writer who educates the reader is completely different. Everyone is a writer, but not everyone can explain that thing by writing. You know that thing, right? Everyone can be a writer. Not that hard to be a writer. All you need is pen and paper. Everybody is already a writer. But having that ability and capability that you make other people understand through your written text, through the mode of communication as text, is not that much in abundance. There are very less people who can do it. And the only validation you will get that you can do it is when clients start working with you, you start delivering them results, your rates go up, and you start earning more. If you want to build a portfolio, a video is already there. You want to talk about the pricing and all that stuff, videos are already there. This video was solely for content writing purposes, that how you can become a writer, and this process I have laid down is the only one that you need to follow, because it doesn't include any kind of crap, any nonsense information. It is accurate. I tried and tested it. The people I am mentoring, they are trying and testing it, and it is giving results still in 2024. But the only change is you need to make yourself comfortable with AI. Apart from AI, everything else can be the same way it was a few years back. But if you cannot implement AI in it, you are not going to survive in the longer. So yeah, that is pretty much it for this video. I'll see you in the next one.